family.
Russ, can you take us through that final throw to DK?
Yeah, it was an awesome play by him. I think first of all, we had scouted what we had been done, what we had done before, and in that situation, very similar situation to last time, and we threw the little quick ball, and what we wanted to do is we knew that they were going to try to stop us and go cover zero, and sure enough, we went over the top. DK made an unbelievable play. I just wanted to make sure he got his hands on it. That could have been another touchdown for him, but just wanted to make sure we caught it in that situation, let the clock run. So it was an awesome play by him, great awareness by the fellows, great call by Shadi, and sealed the game for us.
It seems like ever since he arrived in April, you guys have been, giving him words of encouragement, preparing for him, keeping praise on him, almost to get ready for this moment. And to see him respond like that, what did that mean to you? Having formed that relationship with him.
Well, we DK and I have a special bond. We spent a lot of time together in the off season, the summertime. A lot of the other guys too as well. The receiver, group is just tremendous. How much time they spend together, and it's really fun playing with those guys. They make it easy on me. And DK was special tonight. I mean, he's been special all year. He's one of the best rookies that's come out, and he's got a nice little chip on his shoulder too. And I'm glad he's on our team, that's for sure, and he's on our team for a long time. I think the great thing about him, though, more than anything else, is he's always been professional since day one. And nothing happens by accident. And I think his preparation, how he's come in and prepared it week in and week out, even since the off season, all the extra work, all the early mornings, throwing at 5:20 in the morning, in the summertime, that's what greatness looks like, and he's done it. He's continued to put it on film. I think the thing about him tonight too is there's a couple more out there too that we could have had too. So he's just been doing a great job, and more importantly, more than anything else, as the season's gone on, some people hit the rookie wall. There's no such thing for him. He's just stayed the course. He's continued. He's getting stronger. He's like American Pharaoh out there. He gets stronger as the race goes on, and he keeps doing a great job of that.
He broke a franchise record.
Wentz was hurt and how it
Can you say that again?
Can you talk about when you knew Carson Wentz was hurt and how it changed the complexion of the game in terms of one of the two best at the position playing during the ballpark game?
Well, it was tough to see Carson go down, and he's been such a tremendous football player for them, and he had a great year. I don't really know what the status was fully, but I thought, to be honest with you, I thought Josh came in and did a great job too. I kind of made a joke with him after. I said, "How young are you?" Because he was moving around, making throws. I mean, he came in it shows you how important that position is, and he did a great job of that. We were able to sustain. We were able to do our thing on offense when we needed to capitalize and finish the game. We did really good on some third downs to keep drives going too as well. And then ultimately our defense was locked it down when they needed to. They had some, I think, 2 fourth-down stops that were just massive plays and just huge momentum swings that we got the ball back. So great job by the defense in that.
Pete said that he thought you might have talked to Metcalf about making sure he went up as opposed to out on that last pass. Did you say much to him about it?
I didn't say anything to him in the huddle, but in terms of my throw, I wanted to make sure that he got his hands on it, because it's always good when he catches the football and gets his hands on it. So especially with all the wins and stuff like that today, you just wanted to make sure he caught it. And if it wasn't that situation, I'd probably just let it throw it out there like I did earlier on the post that he caught for a touchdown. But just wanted to make sure we sealed the game and won the game. So that could have been another touchdown for him. He did a great job. You saw his vertical leap just go up and snag the football. I mean, as good as it gets.
It was a tough game. You knew it was going to be tough coming in to run against this team, the Eagles. Did you consciously go out there today thinking, if I get a space, if I get an opening, I'm going to take it?
They did a really good job against the run against us, and we were trying to battle. They got a really good defensive line. They made some key stops when we needed to. We handed the ball to Marshawn down there, and he got a touchdown. That was huge. But we felt like with the play action and stuff like that, and me moving around a little bit every once in a while would be a good thing too. We knew that they're a very aggressive defense. They've always been. They're coached extremely well. They got great players, and so you just had to find ways to make plays. In terms of me moving in certain situations, I'm always looking to throw it. But if it's not there, it's time to get something positive, and we were able to get some positive runs in that situation.
The 38 pass to Moore to set up the first touchdown. Do you feel like it opened up the floodgates, not only offensively, but eventually what you could do downfield with DK?
Yeah, that was huge by David Moore. I mean, that third down, we kind of slid to the left. He cut across the field. He just stayed on his course, kept running. kind of threw it to him and just got it to him. He made a great catch. He's hard to tackle too. He made a great catch and then scampered up the sideline. I thought he was about to score, and then sure enough, we ended up scoring the touchdown. So that was a huge momentum swing. That was the 2-minute drive too, right? So that was, I mean, just right before the half was critical.
Is that an example of coming back to the ball and how important that is? Because it got him separation with the defender, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime the ball's in there, you want to be aggressive to the football, and I think our receivers do an unbelievable job of that. David Moore showed that, for example. DK on the deep ball. Tyler's done it all year, so they do a tremendous job of that.
DK was really emotional when you got drafted. He was frustrated. Sliding so far, had aspirations to be a first-round pick, all that. It's kind of cool now, fast-forwarding to now, just how it all worked out for both sides, and I'm sure he would tell you would rather, wouldn't want it any other way.
Well, I think DK and I are really enjoying playing together. There's a lot more ahead of us. I kind of told him in the locker room, great game, keep balling. But we haven't done anything yet. That's just the reality. So we're just getting started. The goal is bigger than just this one game. Let's see if we can, strike magic again next week. That's the reality. So this game happens so fast, week to week. Got to come back and be prepared. He's been awesome for us. He has the right attitude. I told you guys kind of last week, a couple of weeks ago. I give these scouting reports. They're probably 10 to 15 pages sometimes, depending on the week, and everybody studies them, but he knows everything from the protections to who the DBs are, to the linebackers, to what they did last time 4 years ago, to this, to that. I quiz him, every week, and he hammers them off. He knows them really well. His mind is what's helping him accelerate. Obviously, his physical nature and his ability to catch the football and do all those things, but the separations and the mental part of it, and him just believing that and knowing all the things that he needs to know. So we're just getting started with that, and it's fun. And he's got a great leader in Tyler too, who does a lot of that same work too as well.
The discussion during the game as to whether the hit that knocked Carson out should have been penalized for a headshot. Do you have a clear idea of what is a penalty and what isn't a penalty when it comes to tackling the quarterback?
I didn't get to see the play, so I can't really answer on that in particular. I know they're trying to protect the players and stuff like that, but I didn't get to see the play, unfortunately.
Satisfying is it routinely a lot of guys like Holmes and Lamar routinely cite you as somebody who they modeled the game after, was an inspiration, that kind of stuff. How gratifying is it to you to be cited now as sort of a guy who's opened the door, or whatever, however they find it?
Well, I think about, it's a great question. I think to have an impact, to have an influence on players, the younger kids who were coming up out of, from middle school to high school, the guys who are in college and even transferring and all that stuff, and even that was a tough situation. To all those different circumstances, people gave me hope before. Guys like Drew Brees, Steve Youngs of the world, Michael Vicks of the world, different players, Donovan McNabb, even here in Philly. I watched a lot of those players play, and even though they were small, they always gave me hope in how they played the game with great energy, great toughness. So I think for me, to be able to influence for other players, as you mentioned, other guys like Mahomes and Lamar, those guys, that's a humbling thing for me, just because I love watching those guys play, man. Those guys are lights out, Mahomes and all the throws he can make, and same thing with Jackson and even Watson. I love watching him play too. So I think it's cool. It's a cool time. A lot of great things, but I think for me, I'm grateful for the job that I get and I have. And just to be one of 32 men in the world that get to do what I get to do is a blessing. I say that all the time, but it's the reality, and so it's always fun.
Franchise record. DK broke a franchise record for receiving yards in a game, in a playoff game. What does it mean to you knowing you're a part of that?
Well, yeah, just the plays that he made. He made some sensational plays today. DK was lights out. The protection was great on those plays too as well. We needed that, and we had some huge plays out there. And Tyler had that catch on the sideline too. That was amazing. Guys were making plays. Demo's play, David Moore's play, cutting across the field. So there was a lot of great plays, and DK was definitely one of the stars of the night. That's for sure.
You guys were 8 for 15 on third down, including a lot of third and longs. Just what was going off here on third down?
Well, we were huge on third down. To win this game, to win playoff games, to win any game really, championship moments like this, you got to be great on third down. We were converting. We were hanging in there. Guys did a great job protecting. Guys did a great job of moving around and getting open, and kind of I was able to sit in the pocket a little bit and move a little bit and find guys late across the middle and this and that, and run one or two as well. So that was huge, and I think that opened up the drives and gave us touchdown opportunities. And sure enough, we hit them. We hit them when we needed to.
Packers, Russell. So your first thoughts on facing the Packers next week?
Well, I didn't pay attention to anything before the game or anything like that. I didn't want to know. And Michelle Tafoya told me on the field they were playing the Packers. So to go back, to Wisconsin, it's another home for me. To go back there, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be snowing, most likely. But it'll be fun when we're prepared, get ready for that, and study the film and get ready to roll.
What this culture, Russ, that allows you to assimilate guys like DK and Clowney, Quandary so quickly, and the whole thing moves forward well and quickly.
Well, I think our culture is a winning culture. I think winning is a habit. And when you're able to build a winning culture, allow guys to be at their best and believe to be the best that they can be, and to always be consistent through it. I think Coach Carroll's a tremendous leader in the sense that he's consistent every day, win or lose, or what's going on in the world. And I think I think that, too, as well, from a leadership standpoint, guys like Bobby, guys like KJ, different players that we've had around, to bring guys into as well, like Dwayne Brown a couple years ago, what a great leader he is. Even though he wasn't here tonight, just his leadership just across the board and throughout the weeks and throughout the seasons has been amazing. And, Clowney, he's been a tremendous addition to us, and just the player that he is, but the person that he is, and the fierceness that he brings to the game. Diggs as well, Diggs to come in and step in the way he has. And it's a tribute to John Schneider too, pulling the trigger and making sure we got some great players like that. And so it's good to. I'm glad they're on our team. That's for sure.
Anything else? Well, thanks, Russ.
Yes, go Hawks. Yep. Hold on. Yeah, one more looks like. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yesterday, speaking of Harbaugh down in Baltimore,
Say it.
I was speaking with John Harbaugh in Baltimore. He was saying that as more you guys come into the league, like Lamar and all that the protections are going to have to, that afford the quarterbacks are going to have to now extend to the pocket, outside of the pocket. I just wondered what you think about that. Just the protections are going to have to follow you outside of the pocket to give you the same type of protection.
Well, I think to be able to throw the ball inside the pocket, outside the pocket, to do it all, change the launch point and do everything, that's the key. Challenge defenses, and I think it puts them in a bind for sure. So, so it's good to be able to throw it and move it and do all that too, and then have great players around you that can do it all and help you out. So, it's been a blessing for me for sure. Appreciate you guys. Go Hawks. Yep.